What's up, everyone? Power to the bus here. Figured I'd do a little bit of story time, I guess. I don't know. Talk, ramble a bit about these guys and when did I get them and all that good stuff. So, as for this thing, this was one of the very last things I got from Toys R Us before it closed, which at the time was sad. But then once I heard that they were still going to be open in Canada, then I thought about it like, well, are they truly going? It's kind of hard to be sad when a store is still available in other countries. Because if you think about it, other countries franchise to other countries. So, Toys R Us could come back at any point once it made enough money or whatever in Canada or the UK, wherever the hell it's at. So yeah, it's not truly going. Again, it was sad at first, but then it's like nah. So this thing was one of the very last things I got there. I think the actual last thing I got were the Playmobil Ghostbusters 2 figures. So those were, I think it was Ray. So yeah, it ended on a high note. Um, Hopefully, if it comes back or whenever it comes back, or whatever, it begins on a good note with something Ghostbuster related. Uh, yeah, I wish we got these guys again with more articulation and it actually looked like the cartoon. I know we got the Diamond Select ones. Sorry, I'm just not really feeling those. They look nice, but those aren't the real Ghostbusters that I'm looking for. They got those statue ones coming out, but those are so expensive and I'm not really a statue guy. Um, yeah, I don't know. Ghostbuster stuff in the whole is always expensive, and the Diamond Select ones, I hated that they stopped doing the small package ones. It's like, yeah, those were Toys R Us exclusive, the slim package, but you forced us to pay 25 plus for a diorama build a figure piece or whatever, and that wasn't my thing. So yeah, those figures were expensive in the end. Um, the new movie that's coming out, Ghostbusters 2020 or whatever it's called. Uh, man, I don't know. I can't get excited for it. I just can't. Yeah, I know Paul Rudd and everything is on there, but I don't know. My expectations is at zero at this point. So if something were to come up with that and it's good, then yeah. You know what I could have been doing this whole time? I could have been showing you guys the figures. But yeah, I showed you guys this Ecto so many times. It's probably within like the last 2 or 3 videos. And as you can see, it's all dusty, got nick marks and everything on it now. There's a ghost in there. But this was a thing of joy. I had another one that I customized. I wound up throwing it out because it had like spiders in it or something. I wound up letting my kid have it. I painted all this on it. And yeah, it ended up pretty much being just trash in the end. So that's going. It had lights and everything on it too. I don't know if I made a video and showed that. Probably. Um, and here's one of the traps I made. I mean, it came with the Screaming Heroes Peter, but I put this strap on. I drew this and taped it on there. So there's that. But that's the one thing I hate variants, but that's the only smart thing they did was place the necessary items with the variants so you could buy them. And again, I'm pretty sure I told the story, but I never got to see these guys in store as a kid. It was almost as if I was in a coma. You know, we were so sheltered and protected that all of our stuff, and mind you, we were still poor, but my mom had like a bunch of credit cards. So we got a lot of things that we wanted, but we got them through catalog. So we had every single Ghostbuster figure you could think of. Some candies and stuff I actually came across and had, but uh, the memory is so vague of them. And it's like, yeah, I remember the taste and everything, and I can't get that back. And here's Ray with the Ecto goggles, which came with the Slimed Heroes Ray. So I got this extra little mouse mouthpiece right here and antenna. But yeah, and this way you guys can see the condition of the ones I have. Ray seemed to have fared out the best. Let me see, like a little stain is forming right there, but it's like a grease stain. I don't know. I don't know if that's been there from the factory or what, because I don't recognize it. This one isn't the first one I had. The first one I had, again, I was so little. Before we even had all the Ghostbusters stuff, the very first toy I had was this guy, Ray, and he got buried in the dirt. And I had these came out what, 86, 87? So what, 45. So I was like 3 when I had these guys. So memory for me is kind of zero, besides some highlights. It wasn't until later on, around Christmas, when my sister was still alive and my brother, and I'll hear the back of the Proton Pack and the PKE that came with the Screaming Heroes Egon, which is correct, except it got this extra long piece. It's like they was afraid to actually go off the cartoon. And this paper part I drew, I'm gonna show you what it really looked like. So it was just blank square. But yeah, the best part about the memories of these guys is my family all being together and that Christmas. So yeah, I had so much fun. And again, we had so much money on those credit cards. We had 2 of everything. I had my whole set of Christmas toys under the tree. My brother had his whole set. And yeah, and that was the second Ray I got, which was this guy. Egon got these brown spots like a lot of the Kenner Star Wars get. And it's gotten worse over time. This just started forming not too long ago. And here is what's on his PKE. I think his looked the most cartoon accurate. But yeah. Oh, even his face got it now. Yeah, guys, we need these. We need 2 of each. We need these with more articulation with these same packs and stuff, and we need them to release the uh actual cartoon correct ones with articulation. I don't know why NECA and them is not doing it. Everybody seem to be afraid of the Ghostbuster brand as if it's like a curse for real Ghostbusters. I don't know. And when they do it, they want a fortune. Oh, that's in his hand pretty good. Here's the No Ghost logo. Right here on the gun and right here. And they all have one armband and one walkie-talkie thing. Even though, or I guess these would be belt gizmos, because Egon's look more like the belt gizmo or pouch. Yeah, I guess they would be belt gizmos slash walkie-talkies. You could use them as both. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone, because that's what I used to do. Actually, I didn't know what the belt gizmo was, so it was just walkie-talkies for me. He like got a smartphone. So that's kind of sweet. And if y'all hear all that ruckus in there, that's my kid yelling, playing the game, who's about to get in trouble for yelling, because I can still hear him. And here is Winston. What's up? So yeah, I used to have a field day with these guys. Like you have Winston, he'd be like, guys, can someone help me get this ghost off me? Then Egon like, we can't. Why? Because there's a ghost on me. Ah! You got Ray like, hiya gang. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You got Peter like, I ain't afraid of none of these ghosts. But yeah, that's my real Ghostbuster action figures. I got a ton more. I sold most of the variants, but I got a ton of the ghosts and everything else. And yeah, again, I wish they remade these guys. Even these guys, I wish they remade as an anniversary thing. What would prefer the articulation? Hopes are a little low for the movie that's coming out, but it's fine. So like, share, comment, subscribe. I will catch you